Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hope you're all enjoying your weekend. I'm here to bring you your mid month Oracle card reading. Before I do that, though, I just wanted to give you a quick update on Daniela. If you've been following us on our social media pages, then you'll know that she recently had a surgery, and I haven't had a chance to get on there and update you all personally, but I will do that later on today as well. I do want to let you know that she is on the road to recovery and every day getting stronger. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this is it. And what a warrior. Two surgeries in less than 6 months, and just being able to overcome all of these challenges that life throws us that we're not always prepared for. Daniela would have brought you her beginning of the month angel card reading. And for the Oracle card reading this month, what I've really asked for is guidance from divine beings, guidance from our higher selves, and guidance from our ancestors and those who have gone before us. And I've meditated on this and asked what it is that we need to seek in order to find that peace and that clarity and to help us push forward in life. I'm using 3 different decks today. The first deck I've used is the Ascended Masters deck. I love this deck. I've told you that before. It's got some great cards in it, but I love the messages that come with it because they're very down to earth. They're very grounding. They're very to the point. And sometimes when we're looking for answers or guidance, or we ask questions and we're just looking for validation that we're doing the right things and evidence to show that we're on the right path, we just want a card that's going to show us exactly where we're at and exactly what we need. So the first card that I've pulled, I asked for guidance from our higher selves, from our intuition, inside what we're craving, what we're needing, and what we're praying for. And the interesting thing is that I can relate to this card as well. It's balance between home life and career. She is a very powerful Egyptian goddess, and I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little bit of a glare there. You get that? She's a very powerful Egyptian goddess, and she brings forth that feminine side, but she also brings forth evidence of being in power and using her voice and activating that throat chakra and being able to speak for what she needs and what she wants. And oftentimes I find that, we put everything on the back burner because we're so focused on, yes, I need to do this, and yes, I need to do that, and I don't want to let people down. But clearly what's happening in the inside is we sometimes get burnt out. And, this card is a great reminder that we need to find that balance, whether it be through hobbies or whether it be through spending time with our kids and family, but really putting aside work being work and family being family, and being able to have a little bit of both. If you have a type of job where you've got to bring your home work with you, your work with you at home, to be able to just say, yeah, I'm bringing my work home with me today, but I also have some things that I need to take care of. And so that needs to get put aside. As just finding that yin and yang in your life so that we don't always feel off. A lot of times when we are off balance, we know where the center of focus needs to be. We know where we're paying more attention to, and what areas of our life really just need some focus and some nurturing to be able to bring that balance, and have our lives feel more evenly. We all feel the everyday hustle and bustle of family, work, career, and just trying to juggle it all. And you know what? At the end of the day, there is no reward that's given to us for saying, hey, you have more on your plate than I do. It's how we balance ourselves out, and it's really how we feel on the inside. Often when we feel overwhelmed, those feelings turn to stresses, to anxieties, and that's where illness comes out. So I really encourage you, I encourage myself to take some time and to really balance that work life and that home life, and not be so overwhelmed all the time. Okay, it's a great card. The second card that I pulled, I'd asked for guidance coming from divine beings, from our guides, from our angels. And this is what came forward, and it's very interesting. I'm using the Kyle Gray deck again. This is Angels and Ancestors, and I love this card because I love this deck actually because it's just, again, it's down to earth, some powerful messages in here. The drawings are incredible. But this card's really interesting because I've asked for the guidance to come from the divine beings. And when I pulled the card, it's the Protection Guardian. Don't know if you can see that really clearly. She's the equivalent to Archangel Michael. And when a card like this gets pulled, it's really asking us to drop our shields, allowing us to say it's okay to be vulnerable. And I find that in talking to a lot of people, and when we're offering advice to them about the different things that they're going through in their lives, it's the one thing that people are all struggling with. Everybody has this guard up, right? Because they've been hurt. And, life offers challenges. Without challenges, we wouldn't be able to grow. And without challenges, there wouldn't be things for us to overcome. And when she comes forward and she asks us to drop our shields, what she's saying is, be vulnerable. Let yourself get hurt, because sometimes the best things come when we're in the most vulnerable of states, when we know that we can be hurt, when we know that we can be betrayed and crossed, or when we know that there's going to be failure. That's life. Life comes with all these different challenges, but they're only to build us up again. That saying, fall 7 times and stand up 8. Every time you get back up stronger. And so she's here to offer you this protection shield. And we can ask to call on her or to call on Archangel Michael just for that protection ring around us, so that we can go forth with some strength and really push for the things that we want without feeling that we're going to be hurt in the process before we've even allowed ourselves to try. Okay, so that's a wonderful message there. The last card that I pulled is from the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland. Again, I always pull from my favorite decks. I probably have about 30 or 40 different decks, but I tend to always go back to the same, I want to say 6 or 7, because I just feel that the guidance that they offer really resonate with me and really resonate with my clients when I'm doing oracle card readings with them. The card I've pulled here is Overcoming Obstacles and Challenges. And this card, what I did was I just asked our guides, I asked my guides especially, what my viewers, what our sister medium clients and friends and family and tribe really need going forward. And the interesting thing about this card, I'm going to try to get a little bit closer here so you can see it. There's like a plank here. Etched in that plank is a bird. And, whenever I see birds, if you've ever come to full moon with us, a lot of people get visions of birds. And I talk a lot about being in that fight or flight system and in that mode. And what that really means is, we have the opportunity to take steps forward and to leap into the unknown. And sometimes we take that as a symbol of just staying grounded. And sometimes we set ourselves back by not allowing our wings to spread and soar. When I look at this card, it's really saying, don't jump and make a rash decision that could hurt you in the end, right? This little break in between here, it's just take a step back. Nobody needs to rush, and just assess where you are in your life and where you're going in your life. The number 5 represents uncertainty. It represents change. It represents transformation. And again, we don't always know what's going to happen ahead in the months, in the weeks, in the years to come. And sometimes we try to plan as best we can, and that doesn't always work out. When I look at the ring around the footsteps here, that just shows me that, life is everlasting. It's a constant circle of 2 steps forward or 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and, moving forward with ease and then stepping back because we have challenges and many layers to all of the different experiences we have in life. But really getting bare in our feet and grounding ourselves and saying, hey, I have power, I have wisdom, I have knowledge. And there's nothing that we are doing or going through that people haven't gone through before us. So don't get caught up in the idea of I've got all these things ahead of me and I don't know how to plan for them, or I don't know what's coming or what the outcome is going to be. Just have faith and trust that as you walk the path you're meant to walk in, you're going to understand why you have certain challenges, why you have certain hurdles, why things are being brought to you, and how you're able to handle them and push forward through those hard times differently than, let's say, the next person or the next person. And so it's great to have advice from friends and family, but I would always say, follow your intuition. Daniela and I preach a lot in our pendulum classes that our intuition is usually the first instinct we get, and it's usually right until logic kicks in. We end up going with the decision in our head, and then we sometimes say, yeah, you know what, I wish I'd trusted my gut. Well, that's what this card's asking you to do. Just take a step back, assess the situation, trust your gut, and then move forward with that that symbol of flight and just being free and taking off to new heights and new things. I hope you enjoyed those. I do want to wish you a lovely weekend, and I am so thankful that you're here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and you will see Daniela here in a few weeks for her next angel card reading. I do want to wish you blessings on blessings, and as always, just always grateful that we have this tribe of sister mediums around us. Bye.